Kennedy was already elected president. So we changed, instead of being guerrilla warfare, we're going to be conventional warfare. As guerrilla warfare, we got teams of infiltration: blue team, black team, gray team, and a company that was going to paratroop in Havana. But when they went into conventional, they used the teams to be infiltrated into Cuba. They were infiltrated to help the guerrillas in Cuba. Some of them that Gutierrez Aguirre, in a fight, he was shot with a foul on the chest. And he survived. He got a hole in the chest that is as big as... He's alive. He's alive. Okay, so we went into conventional warfare. We had a Navy, we had an Air Force, so we were flying B-26s, and we had infantry troops. The training was very intense. As a matter of fact, we were as well or better trained than any infantry troop in the United States. We used the standard weapons for that time: the M1 rifle, the M1 carabine, mortars, 60, 4.2, 81, cannons 75 and 57 millimeters without recoillers, bazookas, everything that they have, ammunition, you can name it. And besides that, we were training all the weapons of the communist regime. We used the Meiser, we used the Chinese BAR, we used everything. We learned how to use them in case that when we landed, we could use that ammunition. The paratroopers took an intense training, and the infantry did. The tank people were taken away from the base camp in Guatemala, and they were taken to Fort Knox for tank training. We got an underwater demolition team, Frogman, that was trained in Louisiana. The Navy was trained in Big. The Air Force was trained in Guatemala. Now the Air Force, most of the combat pilots were U.S. military pilots. We all been trained in the United States Air Force or Navy. So we got the same equivalent training that the American pilots got at the time. And then we had some civilian pilots. But the B-26 squadron was composed mostly of military pilots. The planes were different to the ones that we had in Cuba, because we flew B-26s in Cuba, but the B-26s in Cuba, they have plastic noses. And the B-26s that they gave us for the invasion, they have solid noses. So it's a big difference between one and the other. In Cuba, we only had one B-26 with a solid nose, 937. All the other ones were plastic noses. So when the invasion came in, the time came in that we moved to Puerto Cabezas, we noticed that the all Air Force insignia on the Batista was painted on the planes. So we went and we complained about it. They told us we didn't know what the hell we were talking about it. And when we told them that we have flown those planes with those insignias, in a rush they said they scratched it. Now the cover-up was that we were Castro's pilot rebelling, bombing our bases and coming to the States. First big mistake. They used pilots that were recognized in Cuba. Because in Cuba, my license at that time was 1275, including people that have died. So if out of a population of 6 million people, you only got 1,275 licenses to fly. We know each other. So they used Mario Zundia to be the one that landed here in Miami.
I remember the one, the story of the one pilot was supposed to be defective. Was that him?
Mario Zundia.
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
He's here in Miami.